The measures introduced last week have brought about changes. There are fewer crowded venues. I think when you go out, you can see that perceptibly. We now see alternate seats marked in dining venues, including in hawker centers and coffee shops, so people are seated further apart. But we have to move faster, much faster. We still hear anecdotes of people going to discos and nightclubs and gathering in large groups. And our big worry is that these can become super spreader events, spawning new clusters and potential runaway outbreaks. And that's why we proceeded with another set of breaks yesterday, even tighter distancing measures with the aim of limiting gatherings outside of work and school to less than 10 persons. And let me explain briefly the rationale for making these moves. In schools and workplaces, we have been taking precautions. For schools, for example, Minister Ong Ye Kung and the MOE team have put in place a range of measures to keep students safe. They sit further apart in classrooms, CCA activities, inter-school activities are suspended, so we do not allow intermingling of students outside of the classroom. In workplaces too, we are getting employers to take precautions, getting their staff to be seated separately, and then, as I mentioned earlier, pushing harder on telecommuting. But outside of schools and workplaces, we continue to see many gatherings of people, and that's what we want to minimize. And that's why we are suspending all entertainment venues like bars, clubs, and cinemas. We are suspending religious congregations and services. We are suspending tuition centers, even though the numbers may be small, but the children coming to these centers come from different schools and they intermingle. So we are suspending that. We are canceling and deferring all events and mass gatherings. And we are putting restrictions on retail malls, museums, and attractions, where they have to reduce the density of people moving in these areas and ensure no coming together of groups of more than 10 persons. These measures will take effect from Thursday, 2359, and will be in place for at least a month until the end of April. That's 2 incubation cycles. So with this significant slowing down of activities and movements, we hope we can break potential transmission chains that may be happening. Now, these are very major moves to slow the spread of the virus. We recognize the inconvenience and disruption that these measures will bring to people's lives and to businesses, but we have no easy options. And that's the reality that countries everywhere are facing in tackling the virus. The more we try to stop or slow down the virus, the steeper will be the damage on our economies. So we have to do what is necessary from the public health point of view first, to save lives, slow down the virus, and then thereafter do our best to manage the economic consequences. And in the last few days, even as the task force was deliberating over these measures, we've been sharing them, updating the MOF team and the economic team working on the package of measures, which DPM Heng will be announcing tomorrow. So I urge all Singaporeans to cooperate and to take the latest set of measures very seriously. Our main message to everyone is this: minimize your non-essential activities and your contact with others during this period. I mean, you can talk about all the suspensions, different settings, but simple message: everyone minimize your non-essential activities and your contact with others during this period. We must all do our part to stop the spread of the disease and ensure that we do not end up with a major outbreak of new local clusters.